everyone wave. Or everyone that is on camera today, wave. Hello,
I mean,
everybody.
if you're off camera, you can wave too.
You can wait. Yes, you can, but I mean, some people won't see it. Only you. You're waving to us in our hearts. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Roots of Ragnarok, our a one of the many D&D 5e campaigns, but the one that I get to run. So, we got some stuff to do today. We only have 3 episodes left of the season, so that's exciting. That's no pressure on me whatsoever. Um, but hey, I'm not the only one here. It's not just my show, it's everybody's show here. So we're going to go around the table, let everyone introduce themselves, their character, and if their character had to eat one last pie before they died, what would it be? And we will start with Jen.
One less pie. I'd probably go with a very nice pumpkin pie. I really quite like it. It's the one thing I miss here in Scotland.
The pumpkin pie of death. And who are you playing today?
I'm playing Arissa, the warlock orc to the undying, and she murdered somebody.
She did. She did.
I
Fair.
also have a daughter and a cow.
Yes, now you do. And a husband who keeps running away from you. Alright, Fairy.
Alright, I'm Fairy Zarina. I'm going to be playing Malkatsky. And as for the pie, probably an apple pie, but where you take the apples and you soak them and cook them in beer first.
I'll raise you one, though.
Okay.
Soak them in apple pie moonshine.
I like that.
Done it before, it's great. Alright. And who are you playing today?
Malkatsky. She's a tabaxi monk, drunken master monk.
Awesome. Mitchie, welcome back, fam. We can't see your face, but you're back playing with us.
Yeah, I have power now.
Yay.
That was so stressful, but it's fine. So, hello. I play Melody Applebride, our culinarian bard, and her last pie would probably be like one of those chocolate dessert pies, with the whipped cream and everything.
Like a chocolate custard with whipped cream.
Yeah.
It's a woman after my own heart. A little gay for that pie. Alright. And thank you. Your poor character has a lot they're going to be going into today. And up next we have Lich.
I am Lichfest. I play Tao Kane. His last pie would probably be French silk.
I don't know what that is.
I'll have to link it to you.
Or you could just explain.
Fucking delicious.
Just explain it to me right now.
It's a version of chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard to explain. It's the most delicious chocolate I've ever tasted.
Okay.
But it's chocolate
like
shaved.
mousse.
It's like a mousse. Okay.
It's like a mousse.
Mousse pie.
Wow,
Better.
I honestly didn't know that Tall knew what French silk was.
And he probably tasted it on one of his modeling agency trips.
Wait, is that your background? Are you a model? I didn't know that Tall was a model.
He probably got recruited and dumped.
Because you just never showed up for class. Anyway, and of course, last but not least, Omega.
I'm Omega. I'll be playing Petra, our very small, very angry paladin. Her last pie would be a strawberry rhubarb pie. Absolutely. Very easy.
I've never had a strawberry rhubarb pie.
That's a mistake. They're quite lovely.
So I have heard. It's just more of that, where I grew up, rhubarb was never a thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, we grow rhubarb here.
Yeah.
It's
There's a rhubarb in my yard now.
Like impossible to kill. Like
Yeah.
once it like
Oh,
takes root, it's there.
We have one in our yard that just grows, and my mother-in-law just comes and like takes it, and then the next day there it is. There's more rhubarb, and it's like, cool. What do you do with this?
It's poisonous. Fun
Yeah,
fact.
apparently. Hello everyone. My name is Val. This is my channel. I'm your dungeon master today, and the pie that I would let kill me would be in a similar fashion. My husband has made this pie before. A blackberry pie that he made with blackberry moonshine. So, we were having this discussion where my brother works in NASCAR, and we all know how NASCAR got started. So when I lived in the States, I had a direct line to some of the best homemade moonshine in the world, and we did all kinds of things to it. But yeah, that's us. Hey, I want to remind everyone that this is a viewer-affected game. So if you want all these pies to just appear in front of us, or any other crazy stuff to happen, you can do that with your bits, subs, and donations. For every 100 biddies you give the channel today, you can gift a reroll to anyone here, including myself. For every time you subscribe to the channel, or gift subs, like we did earlier today, you can give nat 1s or nat 20s to anyone here, including myself. I'm sitting on 3 of them. That the crew will impose on me when they feel most in danger. So, which, you should feel like you're in danger. You did just murder a priestess. And of course, a high priestess. The high priestess of Saloon. And of course, if you just donate money either through Coffee or Streamlabs, if you go through Coffee, I don't have an alert for Coffee, so just let me know in chat. I will make stuff happen depending on the donation. So like the lowest is a $3 Canadian donation. Like you can make a little thing happen. You give me $100, I will pretty much make anything happen for you that is within the realm of reason. So that's the scale. Like I'm come at me. Make stuff happen. I'm down for it. Anyway, last we left off, the crew upon and there's Lich with $10. Just DM me in chat what you want to happen, Lich. So the crew, our little group, after escaping the clutches of Malar thanks to a little monk friend that they had, a strange little monk lady, found a safe place to camp where said strange monk lady met them. She was pretty injured from what looks like a pretty bad wound that wasn't closing because of a curse, and nobody here could cure that curse. So she traveled with you to Reno. That where she was going to meet someone who could. Upon getting to Reno, she separated from you guys, and the rest of you went to your tavern, had your own little adventures. I believe that you met a bard in said tavern, and he was a very blonde, beautiful, Viking-ish man by the name of Gray. And he gave you some gifts. Well, he said he had a package for somebody. Y'all tried to interrogate him about this package, and he was like, it's not for you, sorry. But it actually kind of was. Just not the 3 of you in particular. While the 3 of you were doing that, Arissa and Melody were busy inside this kitchen. No problem using this kitchen. And you baked a pie. Arissa was very sure to let Melody know that they were not allowed to eat this pie. And Melody didn't. As much as you wanted to, Melody, you didn't. Upon leaving, Arissa went to visit first the police station with the hot officer Alba. And was like, I gotta see Priestess. And he's like, oh, okay. Eventually convinced him to see the Priestess. Got escorted by one of the other guards, police officers, and Arissa straight up murdered this lady. straight up just gave this pie. And it killed her. Arissa, could you just remind everyone how you convinced this officer that you didn't do it, at least in that moment?
I gave him a pie too. I killed several people over the course of that night.
Yep, you killed a couple people.
Yeah.
And you essentially got back to the tavern. You're like, we gotta fucking go.
Time to peace.
And y'all ended up at the Succulent Peach, which is a brothel, because, hey, brothels are really good at privacy. Where you met two previous friends of yours. This monk lady, and the paladin that y'all had met several episodes before that had kind of given you some information on where to go and who to look into when it came to, like, you know, who wanted to assassinate this priestess. Spoiler alert, it was you. It was you the whole time. Like, so
It's me.
you were given, who gave you the information to go see Meraki and essentially the Thieves Guild Square? You got the information to go see this guy at the Black Bamboo. Turned out, you guys go the next morning. You're able to stealth your way through. Luckily, the police are pretty aware that this was a successful assassination at this point. And Arissa is on their top most wanted list at the moment, and the rest of you by association. You went to the Black Bamboo to see Meraki, the boss. The Black Bamboo is a noodle shop. Meraki is an Oni. And he was like, yeah, I guess I could help you, but you gotta do me a favor first. And that favor was to get a book away from a dwarf. Not your only option, of course, but we're going to kind of commence roleplay in this moment so that you guys can figure out you don't have to take this deal. I would like to point that out. There are other ways that you can get out of this city. This is just the first option that's been offered to you. So, roleplay amongst yourselves.
Let's see. I'll take, since we're just kind of reminiscent at the moment, take the hour I need to bring my little dragon buddy back and tell our cow and daughter they're staying with the Ani, and tell the Ani not to eat the daughter.
Or the cow.
Or the cow. Well,
Also, the cow is probably very alcoholic at this point,
yes.
as far as flavor, but
It's really good. Don't eat the cow.
do not.
Well, why am I babysitting your child?
Child
cow.
endangerment.
The child would be better suited as an employee of a prestigious guild such as yourself than in jail.
Ah, child labor. I see. Very well. We
no,
shall
that wasn't what I
put
meant.
Child labor is what you do, yes. That's what we are
no
putting
child
our
labor.
daughter as. Child labor laws do not exist. Yeah.
Whatnot, and I think since she's well versed in taking care of a cow, I think perhaps she could take care of Kuro for me.
What's a Kuro?
Kind of like at this, as if on cue, from the back room of this noodle house, you kind of hear this animal like yawn, and lumbering as if looking for food is a panda. a giant panda. He's like, this is Kuro. My
Can I
panda.
hug it?
He does indeed like hugs.
I'm gonna give him a hug.
The panda just kind of like sits up and just like lets you hug it, very confused because it's a bear. And is looking around, and Meraki goes, "Child, get Kuro some food from the front yard." The child is very confused. Pandas eat bamboo. Ah! And you just see your daughter that you have adopted collectively as a group begin her child service labor into this man, where she goes and picks the bamboo out of the yard to feed the panda.
It's better than being in jail.
It is better than being in jail.
We the bad guys?
Probably.
So, Melody, how are you feeling? Your friend, probably arguably your best friend, just assassinated the priestess that employed you. Have you processed that yet?
Also, you're an accessory.
I mean, do I know?
Yeah, it was pretty clear.
Yeah.
Was it? But like, does? I think Melody is just kind of like, wow, like what an interesting allergy or reaction at the moment, like just having like a little bit of denial. Like, but right now she's really happy because she's hugging a panda. But you know, I don't just as smart as she can be, these moments is where she like really wants to trust her friends because that's where she like prioritizes everything. And so she's just like, yeah, what a strange allergic reaction. Like, no. And in the back of her mind, she's like, no, I'm pretty sure it's murder. No, it's an allergic reaction. That's just what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's just what it was. I mean,
Okay.
also, do I get a puppy?
Yes.
I mean, that was the promise, so yes, I guess so.
Yes. Melody, this is a slight complication for you. You are a noble, so remember that.
Yeah.
And you are a noble who is known to be in this city. Like, the police do know that you're in the city. But, you don't actually know everything the cops know. Because you were in a brothel and then you were in the square, in the Black Bamboo, where is a no cop zone, at the very least. But it's, what are you guys gonna do? Are you gonna take this man's offer immediately, or are you gonna search other options?
I mean, stealing a book seems like perfectly reasonable. Like, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
This is fine. This is a fine offer.
And we promised Mal that she could set the building on fire.
We did?
We did.
Okay. Sure. I
Alright.
mean,
I'll go with it.
I was concerned before, but now I've come to accept you're okay with the things I do, so I probably will say I serve a death god, and that's fine with me.
I may have
Oh.
noticed.
Oh. Okay. This doesn't put us in any form of danger, right?
Melody,
Yeah,
I
Just a
will
small
protect
amount. Just a tiny bit.
I mean, only from law enforcement.
Fuck the police anyway.
Oh, also family members, friends, coworkers, yeah, Just those groups. Oh, also the occasional god, for killing off priestesses.
I mean, we already are fighting one god. Why not just add another one? It can't be that much harder.
Be honest, that
Uh-huh.
one's probably dead already, so.
Yup. Probably.
Well, you guys got a dwarf to find.
Doesn't Melody know where the dwarf is?
Melody, go ahead. He's a dwarf with a book. Not just a book, Book of Grudges. You can go ahead and roll me a history check with advantage since you are a noble. Some of the players from the other game are in watching and they're very excited.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
History.
no.
Alright, so an 18. So yeah, you know that there's a clan of dwarves that are... There's several clans of dwarves from the South Country. One of them currently rules the South Country. But one of the minor groups...
I'm gonna attempt to have a thought. We don't
can
need
I
to steal it.
can I please explain what Melody knows first?
Yeah.
Thank you. So I've been up since 3 a.m. and I'm just having some hard time. My brain is connecting to my fog. There is a dedicated member of every dwarven clan that is dedicated to striking off lists on the Book of the Clan Grudges. And the one where you would find a dwarf that might be in this town would be at the Noble Dwarf Bar that they tend to exist in. And that bar would be... The dwarves like to call it the Broken Kobold's Back, but everyone else calls it, and its official name is the Pigeon's Teat. And that's where you would possibly find a dwarf in town, a noble dwarf in town with a Book of Grudges.
What if we
Alright.
just get it soaked with ink?
Magic would probably be able to undo that sort of... What, sabotage? Yeah. Vandalism? I'm gonna say vandalism.
Sabotage is also a
Destruction
good
of
one.
private property, I think, is the phrase.
Yeah.
Melody, if you can tell me where it is, my dragon can go find the book for us.
Yeah, so Melody like conveys everything that she knows for the group.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you guys have a map of the city?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, Orissa has the map.
Marissa has the map of the city. Yeah.
I have the map of the city.
Yeah. This bar would definitely be in the upper class district because it is where the dwarf nobles frequent, even though dwarves and noble are not always a synonym. And it's clearly marked on the map, the Pigeon's Teat. It's towards you guys are sort of like southeast, closer to the water. West, closer to the water. And this one would be towards like the northeast part of the city. Okay.
So we send Dragon in. He gets our book. Mal, you go set the place on fire. After we have the book.
Sounds good to me.
Just
Use
burn
a
down.
Molotov cocktail.
Just burn.
That
Wait. You just want to burn down the dwarven bar. That's what I am understanding.
Look, we're in a lawless place. We're gonna be lawless.
Where the bar's at is not lawless. Like,
petty
where-
arson apparently is add to the list of crimes.
Okay.
Melody is like starting to realize that she might be in danger.
Melody, you would know that the best way to get into a book of grudges is to burn down their bar.
True. True, but she's just kind of like, oh, well, this is normal for our group anyways. This is fine.
This is fine. Okay. While you're there, you also notice that, like, they're also putting their child on serving duties once she's fed the panda. You know, they're like, there's just some grunts or whatever that just, you know, it's like, careful, the bowl is hot, as they hand, like, these big bowls and noodles, table 12, and, like, this child knows where table 12 is, apparently. Like, they are training her very well into the art of service. And Oni is like, I think a
You
boy-
can't have her after this.
You don't want to make a deal,
No.
so you...
She's going to be a wizard when she grows up, and that's fine. All her college is already paid for.
Like, there's a moment he's just like, who gets her if you don't make it out alive?
Bold of you to assume we won't bold of you to assume we won't train her as ghosts.
My tribe will get her, as she is mine.
You adopted this one, right? Like,
Yes.
okay. Because I know half-orcs, and she looked very human, so I was just making sure. I was sorry to assume.
It's alright.
Well. Alright, so what do y'all do?
So how are we gonna get to the fancy area of the city? Because all the police don't like us no more.
Well, we're not being tracked, so we have my ability finally.
I'm just gonna send my dragon.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
familiar. Go.
Alright, so, you're gonna send Jal. And I'm assuming you're looking through Joel's eyes, right? Or are you just gonna send Joel on his own?
See if I can actually do this with this particular familiar.
Mm-hmm.
I assume I can, because he acts like a normal familiar.
Yeah. Oh, it's a familiar. I don't see why you can't see through his eyes.
I don't know, warlock spells are weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll see through his eyes and see what he does.
Yep. When you're not in combat, you can travel between any two locations in the city twice as fast as your speed normally would allow. Okay, cool. I will just need an investigation check. If you're going through Joel's eyes, we can use your investigation score to find the bar that you were looking for, because you also he can't take the map with him, sort of thing. So it's essentially you looking at your map, going back through his eyes. Cool. A 17. Yep, you are able to find the bar. It's not that hard once you sort of navigate through the nooks and crannies of the city and you get to the more upscale place, because out of all of the upscale places, this is the least upscale of them all. Don't get me wrong. It is incredibly well masoned, okay? The craftsmanship and the architecture of this building is spectacular, but it is loud, and it is, intense, even just from outside, this building. As it says, when you look at the sign, there is clearly like a larger sign that says the kobold's broken back, but it's on top of another sign. And essentially what happened is that someone inherited it from their parent, but never officially changed the name. So they just, like, on the deed, so they just have to put up a sign, but every now and then a guard will come by and it's like, you gotta take it off because it's not the name. How are people supposed to find it? And, like, we'll take it off, and then the owner will go and put it back on. Like, that is the history of the kobold's teat now, is what we'll just call it. Alright, so Jaw's outside. U.S. Jaw is outside. How you getting in?
Oh, what can this little guy do? I think if he can find an open window or something, he just climb through.
Okay.
Go down the chimney or something. Go through the front door.
You know what? I'm gonna let you go down the chimney. He is a pseudo dragon. He knows that. I would like for him to go ahead and make me an acrobatics check going down the chimney so that he can avoid the fire in the fireplace. Yeah.
He's a tiny dragon.
Yep.
Sweet baby. 4.
Oh no. Okay. He failed miserably. So he goes down into, like, the pipe, and it's so full of soot because it's just no one has swept this chimney in a while. Dwarves are not known for being chimney sweepers. So he goes down and he just loses his ability to see, and you're seeing through his eyes. You just can't see, you can't smell, your senses are clogged until you see the fire, and you can't keep up, and he hits it and tumbles. I'm gonna roll a d6 and fire damage, so we'll see if Jaw is still up.
I mean, he has 7 HP, so...
Yeah, most likely. Alright, he takes 2 fire damage. I don't know, as he is just lands on the floor in this tavern, and a whole bunch of dwarves turn to look at this tiny little pseudo dragon that just came in. You hear one of them go, "Aye, what's that little lizard doing in the fireplace? Is it a snack?"
He's just gonna roll over on his back and present his belly and meow.
Roll persuasion for me?
Sure. 12. Okay.
Also, give me an impression of a lizard trying to give me an impression of a cat.
Look, they're very hissy little fucks, I know, because I got hissed at by a lot of lizards as a child.
Yeah, me too. Well, that's fucking cute. I guess it could stay. And, you got one of the dwarves sitting next to you. Can't tell if it's male or female dwarf. It's a dwarf. And, gives him a whole turkey leg. It's probably the size of him, but just like, here you go, little fella, and like just gives Zhao the turkey leg, and now Zhao has a turkey.
Fucking eat it.
Yes. So here's the thing. This is how this works, though. When Arissa goes into Find Familiar and looks through the eyes, what does she look like to everybody else at the Black Bamboo?
She's a big orc woman sitting against a wall, white eyes, just relaying everything she sees, and then she just stops when Zhao starts acting like a cat.
She
relays that.
Yeah. Yep. Any comments from the
Interesting.
community? Yep. Alright, so what is Arissa Zhao doing now that they're full of turkey leg?
Oh. Turkey makes people sleep.
It's true.
You know what? No, he's a familiar. He can't really have independent thought.
That's true.
No, he's just go to sleep because he'll be like, you know what? Fuck you, Warlock. I'm sleeping.
He now sleeps with this dwarf that has gave him the turkey leg, and the dwarf just like puts him in his lap and starts to pet. And it's like, I've got me a baby dragon! Look everyone, I got the baby dragon! It's covered in soot! I'm going to call him Soot Sprite! And so he believes that the Jarl now belongs to him. What do you do? 'Cause he's petting. Also, this is, like, my Scottish accents are terrible, but this is clearly the best one I've ever fucking done, and I'm proud of myself.
She won't leave her connection. She'll just sigh heavily and tell everybody what's happening.
Well, there's a mission. You're supposed to, be stealing a book.
Well, he's sleeping now and getting pets.
Mm-hmm.
You spoil this dragon way too much.
He keeps dying. I don't get a chance to spoil him.
This is probably the most he's ever been spoiled his entire life. The best he's ever been treated. Turkey legs and naps. Like...
So, does he live there now?
She goes, I guess. But after some prodding, Everson will make him get up and just scuttle out and look for this book. As if
No.
he's looking for food.
Bye, Soot Sprite. Come and find me later. Alright, so go ahead and make another you are actively looking for something. I will let you do investigation or perception, and the results will vary depending on which skill you use.
Perception for Marissa, that's her better stat
Okay.
against investigation.
Alright.
Perceived, because she needs to know where this room is, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than investigating where it is, she'll probably do that once she finds it.
Gotcha. Alright, go ahead and just roll me perception, please. On the room. 11. Alright, so, from what you can tell, as Jarl, if he, kind of, flies into air and scurries and gets, what he's getting a sense, this is a very loud tavern. It's dwarves. They're angry even when they're not, or they at least sound angry. There is possibly one voice, a male voice, that does sound louder than everyone else's, but it's hard to tell. As far as the rest of the room goes, it's a tavern. It's a very typical tavern. Again, well constructed and made. Things are a little upheavaled because that's just dwarves in general. Pretty big sized room with a bar, a dining area, a stage even, if there was if there would be a bard that is playing, but there's not currently. There is stairwells going upstairs for rooms like you would normally have. And there is obviously another door that leads into the kitchen behind the bar.
Oh,
That's what you get with an 11.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give that layout to everybody and ask where he should go.
Sounds like our target's probably the loudest voice in the room.
Alright. He is pretty cute as a dragon. Alright. Tell Joe to go find that loud voice and be a cat.
Okay. So, you go towards this loud voice. There's a dwarf standing there. relaying the story of how he fought a thunderboar very loudly, very charismatically, oddly enough, and very angrily, or he just sounds angry. And through kind of his conversations, you hear that his name is, in fact, Hadric Copperhide. And on his back is a book, encased in metal, probably about the size, the width and length of this dwarf's back. Titled Copperhide Book of Grudges.
Relay that to the group.
We'll grab it.
You're pretty
Jal
sure Jal is smaller than this
John
book.
cannot lift this thing. He's a baby.
Well, he's a pseudo-dragon. Can he just light it on fire?
No, he says poison.
Caustic acid, maybe?
How do you get acid from poison?
They both kill things.
Yes. Is there like a candle opera or candlesticks or?
Yeah, there's like there's like chandeliers with candles on them and stuff. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mal, that you can't be there to light it in person. But if you want, you can do it vicariously.
Alright, let's get the little dragon to fuck some shit up.
I believe I wasted 10 gold just to kill him again.
Melody gives Arissa 10 gold.
Thank you. And he's gonna stare at this book for a moment.
It is it's encased in metal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna grab a candlestick, kind of just wrap his tail around it, and
Mm-hmm.
drop it down this dwarf's back.
Okay. I would say that on his end is I don't know if I would say it's an attack, but it's definitely some sort of skill check. So let me just think about it real quick. To drop something on his back. One, are you doing it quietly? To where no one can notice. Okay, that's that's a stealth check from Zhao. From the room, essentially.
Yeah. He's a cute little kitty cat. Why not?
Alright, 21 on yourself. Very nice. So what I'm gonna do...
Silly boy.
Oh boy. Yeah, Hadric doesn't fucking notice until it's in his back, and he's like, hold up a second, 1 second, I can't do this, so give me a second. I will, 2 seconds, just...
We may have broken Val. Honestly, I'm surprised it took that long.
Honestly, I'm genuinely surprised how well this is going.
This plan is working much better than I thought it would.
Same.
I know,
Same. I just thought he would die. Like, down the fire chute he goes. Don't be
Okay.
dead. Well,
Alright,
nope.
so, Hadric, please. The pseudo-dragon has just dropped a candlestick. You didn't notice it until it was down your back. But go ahead, sir, from where you stand. Just...
What the hell you doing, you wee scaly beastie? Dropping that down? You're trying to burn off my beard? I'm about to shove my boot down your goddamn little throat, you tiny little bastard. I'm gonna turn you into a pair of little booties and put them on a proper familiar, you shanky little bastard.
Thank you.
No,
Um... and he'll take a little bit of fire damage from that. And he takes 6 fire damage from that. But Zhao, all of that he did in response, that's his vicious mockery. So I need Zhao to roll a save, please.
What is it?
Vicious mockery is a wisdom saving throw, please.
Amazing. 21.
He makes
And
it.
that's 20.
He does make it, luckily enough. So he does not take the psychic damage from this dwarf yelling at him, but has started initiative with him. So, Zhao, please roll initiative.
Yeah, sure. You rolled an 18.
Okay. And he rolled a
It's
19.
fine.
Cool.
It's fine.
So, as a bonus action, as a bonus action, Hadrick will like to rage.
Sure.
Because he is my favorite combination, a Bardbarian. And with his action, grab his book and smack Zhao with his book.
Sure.
Because his book is, in fact, also his weapon. It is effectively a maul. Does an 11 hit him? Well,
Oh, that misses.
oh, wait, hold on, he is raged. So it's actually at advantage. So does a 19.
Is he reckless?
He's not reckless.
That's where your advantage will come from.
Oh, okay. You decide to attack recklessly. Oh god, who's yelling?
Can I push this button? Why, yes, I can.
Thanks, Silent. Okay. Yep, it does say recklessly. He is raging. You have resistance. When you make a melee weapon attack using strength, you gain a bonus to the damage roll and increase. You're right. You have advantage on strength checks and save those. Yep, you're right. How does reckless attack work? Can he do it when
he will get advantage on his attack, but he also gets a disadvantage on any attack against him.
Okay, no, we'll do it. It's fine. He doesn't give a shit. Like, this little shit needs to die, as far as he's concerned. So that's a night. He is gonna reckless attack with his rage. Yeah.
It's, he's at 5 HP, so.
So, and that's a 19. Okay, so let's see. Well,
Jal just poofs into glitter and soot.
And into glitter and soot, and now you guys know what you're up against when it comes to getting this Book of Grudges from Hadrick, the Dwarf Barbarian, as you come back into your consciousness in the Black Bamboo.
Just sigh heavily, lay down my 10 gold and say, well, he died.
I'm shocked. Just absolutely shocked.
There has to be a way to get him better, like, health. Anyways, he's a barbarian, as in he's a speaker and a fighter, and he uses his book to fight with.
Sounds like he very much likes his book.
Let's go set the place on fire.
I
Oh,
feel
we
as
can-
though that's unnecessary.
How are we gonna get there, though? You see, we gotta get past all of the pulleys, and not sure how we're gonna do that. Is there like a secret tunnel somewhere? Can we use like the sewers?
Can we just abandon the one that's actually guilty?
You're all complicit, they saw you with me.
Maybe you're holding us hostage.
Exactly.
Well, That's a thought. Go on then. Go tell the police you're being held hostage. See how that works.
I may be dumb, but I'm not that dumb.
Yeah, I don't trust the police that much.
All right.
Also, thank you, Spirit Studios, for the raid. Yay! Thank you.
I'll turn to Melody. Do you have a way to get us there or get us out of the city?
We could try disguising ourselves.
That's a very good plan.
Yeah, Melody, go ahead and roll me an insight check, please. I got an itchy ear today.
Well, that didn't work out.
Oh, yeah, you could totally disguise yourselves.
Ian said that sarcastically.
I mean, that makes sense. It sounds like a sound plan.
On a more of a natural insight for you, though, Melody, because you are a noble, so you do have you're a family home in Reno, so there is family. You just don't know who's home right now or vacationing right now, but there is essentially a suite. So you do have some pull in this city because you are a noble. Whether you can use that pull or not to get you out, that's
this crazy lady killed somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Melody, it is an option, you know. Melody can just explain to her family that it's just a big misunderstanding. There was an allergic reaction that several people had to this particular pie. It's a big misunderstanding. Probably.
We could use propaganda to spend it that way. We ran because we panicked. Won't look good on our image.
I mean, like, a lot of people here have had my cooking before and no one has died. So this just seems a little bit like of a stretch of a situation. They did eat my cookies at the police station and did not die.
I'm pretty sure not poisoning someone is not proof that you haven't poisoned anyone.
Not that attitude.
The rest of you, if you just want to make me a history check on other options in this town, you can do that. Oh, good job, Mel. A 20.
Look at that 3. It's the best 3 ever.
Yeah. A 17. Petra. What about our... and then, of course, Melody, you can still also make that history check. It's fine as well.
Alright, what is the himbo now?
Himbo's... Wow, everyone except Mao is fucking killing it.
I am a sheltered monk. Okay, that's why I know nothing.
It's true. You know absolutely nothing. It's just... You know how to make...
You know booze.
You know how to make booze. That's about it. So, there are several guilds that operate out of this. One of them is the Harpers, which is, if you guys know anything about Faerun, they're generally a good guild, but they also have an operation out of here. There is a guild of kobolds that operate out of here. The Suckling Peach is known to have its ways as well. But they're, in general, there are other ways to get out of here. There's also, you don't necessarily have to take Meraki's protection, so to say, to try and get through the sewers. Like, he was just going to sort of offer you to be part of his normal crew going through the sewers into essentially a ship. But you're welcome to go down there yourself if that's what you want. It's up to you. But, you know, you could also just wait until the sun sets and just try to get out of the city. You have access, also, you have these weird crystals, you have a bard friend that you met, you have a paladin that you met. I like how Omega's...
Friend is overstating it.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking.
You know, there are people in this town. Their titles are the right and left hand of death, which is the paladin and the monk. There is the bard. There is the owner of the succulent peach that it's an option. There is the Harper's Guild. And there is, of course, Meraki. Or you can just... There's Melody's family. Or you can just try to get out yourself.
I did an Arcana check on the stones, right?
On the stones? I don't think you actually did an Arcana check on them.
They were teleport tokens of some kind.
Yes, they are. Yes, so they are. They're essentially.
We did a rather low one.
Yeah, they are essentially. I'm sorry, like my brain is having a really hard time connecting today. I need more coffee, apparently. They're essentially a component to a teleportation spell that you have to, like, find the rest of the components to activate it. You just don't know what the rest of those components are. It's probably a portal.
Okay. So, Arissa would be familiar with the teleportation, but she wouldn't know how they work.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah. You can do Melody. Since you didn't get a chance, you were given these, like, have you shown your friends these stones that you were given?
Not yet.
Okay.
But if we're having, like, some downtime to rethink things,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Larissa
Absolutely.
will lay them out and say, "Hey,
As-
let's do these."
You guys all notice it's in the package that you were trying to take from the bard.
Okay, interesting. I have questions, but later.
I have answers later.
Okay. What are they exactly? They appear to be minerals of some kind.
And then they're stones, like waste of, not entirely sure.
They're very sparkly. Ooh.
They're very sparkly.
Yes.
Melody, you can make an appropriate check seeing upon these, if you would like. What kind of check would you like to make on these?
Would Arcana be a good check?
Arcana would be a great check for them.
Okay.
That's
I got
all.
a 14.
A 14?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just... with kind of the information that Arissa gave you, they are waystones. And you have heard of waystones in your study, but what you can recall from your studies would be an intelligence-based check. You could do history or a straight check. If you have proficiency in history, I'll let you use it.
You said, did you say history or no?
Yeah, if you have proficiency in history, I'll let you use it. If not, it's just a
Okay.
straight intelligence check.
Alright, cool. I do.
17. Alright. So, there are, from what you understand, there are waystones in the world that are used for transportation. You know of one. It hasn't actually taken anyone to anywhere that you know of. Like, no one's quite figured out how to use it, and it is in the mountains towards the Dwarven country. But these could be connected to that.
Alright, so I convey that to the group, all that information. And she's like, so, yeah, that's what I know.
That
Cool.
is good information.
Do you have any idea who these come from?
Yes.
Because okay, would you like to elaborate?
Yes.
Bless this group.
Okay.
Bless this group. Bless this group. Y'all are so much big dumb, and I love it. Like, you poor things. Go ahead.
We haven't died yet.
We haven't died yet. It's by
My
sheer stupidity.
Sheer luck. Sheer luck.
Sheer dumb luck. We'll just sit back. I believe these are gifts from the one I fought. A tit for tat sort of thing.
Okay. Are you certain about that?
Well, I don't know anybody else who would give me waystones, so yes.
Okay. Good to know.
Hopefully.
Do you know why you would be gifted waystones?
Because I finished the completion of a job I was given. I am sure you would understand that sometimes a equivalent exchange is given between a patron and their patronee. You were a paladin, yes, Petra?
Yes, but you know, that's not really how paladins work.
It's exactly how
okay.
paladins work. It's exactly how paladins work. You just have a better branding deal than I do.
No. But moving on.
I am going to be cackling, laughing on the floor. This is too funny.
Your god gives you your power, my god gives me my power. I just complete a job in a satisfactory manner, and I get gifts for it.
So you're a sugar baby.
Yes, I'm a beautiful green sugar baby.
Okay. Okay. Do you know what your god would want you to do with these?
I suppose use them.
Okay. We're not going to get into metaphysics.
I don't see how we are different, Petra. Your god is just simply one that provided you with powers. Mine is just one who gives me gifts and powers. So technically my god's better.
Well, it's the metaphysics of whether or not
And
my
alive.
god actually provides me with powers. Given my god has abandoned me and I retain much of my original power. So it could be said that it's rather my faith that gives me my power rather than my actual god.
I'm gonna wave over the waiter and ask for a bowl of noodles.
The waiter is now Achi. Like, she has gone full into this, and she has a little notepad, and it's just like, how spicy would you like your noodles? And she looks over at the Oni, and he like gives her a thumbs up, like, good job, child. Like, And she's like, all right, we'll make that extra, extra, extra. She just, like, starts, like, writing, like, 6 X's on this paper. Extra, extra, extra. And she draws a flame. Spicy. And she goes back to the kitchen. Like, and the cow is drinking. But he's actually drinking soup broth right now because he's hungover. Like,
Probably for the best.
yeah, him and the panda are just hanging out.
Can Melody be brushing the panda right now?
Yes, he enjoy the Kuro 100% enjoys being brushed by you.
I don't understand waystones, but if somebody else does, as I lay them all out, please tell me so I can use them effectively to get us out of here.
There's exactly enough waystones for all the members of your party and the child. Enough waystones for all of your party and the child.
No one tell the child we are abandoning her cow here.
How do you put them on?
I don't know. They just tap them.
Can I lick one?
You can look the waystone if you want.
Metallic-y.
Alright, so as you put your mouth on this waystone, because I did it to somebody else before, so it's gonna happen to you too. I need you to make me a charisma saving throw, please. So glad you're fucking. Alright, so you don't take the psychic damage as this happens to you.
Woohoo!
However, you are suddenly, I guess it's almost like you're licking catnip or drugs or something. But you all just watch as, like, Mao licks this stone, it's in her mouth, and she bites down on it, stands up with her mouth, her eyes glazed over, and Mao, all you see is if you were a bird flying across the country, through the desert, through the forest, through the snow, through the mountains, and you see in the mountains a volcano. And it's the only volcano on your continent, but it's a known volcano. Even you, Mao, know this volcano. And you sort of dive down and down and down, and you see this waystone, this giant waystone. And out of this waystone is emerging tree roots, burrowing into the ground. And then you start flying again across the mountains, across the city of Ansbash, across the water, and towards the town, well, not even across the water onto kind of like, you kind of see our map, like this one island in the north here. And you go underground past people that are guarding it, through ancient civilizations that have been abandoned, and there's another stone there in the Underdark with tree roots growing out of it. And then you look up and there's a hole and you just fly out of it. And you fly north across the water, all the way north, past the great elven cities, past your monastery, until you get to a small island full of halflings. And there's a stone there with roots growing out of it. And then you fly again. And you land back in your body.
I'm gonna turn to Petra and accuse her of not telling us about the waystone with the halflings.
Petra, you have no fucking
Not all
idea.
halflings know each other.
I take it you had a good trip now?
Oh, it was a great trip. I got to fly.
Where did you go?
Well, there was a volcano, and then I went and I saw all of Petra's relatives. They apparently
Not all halflings are related.
Y'all look the same now.
Oh no! All hobbits look the same? I'm gonna throw an X on that one, you racist.
Melody's just casually brushing the panda, not trying to participate.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was one underground in the Underdark, which I guess, well, I mean, Tal doesn't know anything, so I guess I can't accuse him. But Petra, why wouldn't you tell us?
Petra, roll me a quick history check, please.
Okay. What do I know?
Okay. So the 15, obviously, like, all halflings don't know each other, but there is an infamous halfling village that has essentially maintained its independence in Minth Serene, which is the Eladrin-ruled oligarch state country, which is very, very odd because in best way to describe this northern state, which includes sort of that northern part above that river, that smaller island in the north where Gransby is at, which is where the halflings are, and the larger island towards the west. And you see also like this peninsula on the other side of the mountains on the west side, with the one town of Masdara also includes that territory. But they're pretty infamous for just kind of being left alone by the Eladrin, and they don't vote or anything, but they sort of, they're just left alone on their island to be their merry halfling ways, which is what halflings do.
I mean, I've heard of this island. I haven't been there, but I mean...
You should lick one of the stones and then you can go too.
That's a bad idea.
I have a theory. It does not involve licking stones. Perhaps holding one of these things and thinking of where we need to go will get us there.
I got some serious results from licking it though.
You did.
I'm gonna pick one up and start saying random phrases that I think might be command words. I'm just gonna blurt out random words that I'm thinking of until something works.
Please roleplay that out. I want to hear all of the most randomest words that come out of Petra's mouth, please. Yeah.
I don't know. Breastplate? Pie? Rhubarb? I'm just... Anyone have any
Think you're
ideas what a
hungry.
command word would be?
Ah!
No? Not helpful.
Insight
Is there
check.
anything I can roll to figure this out?
Yeah, you can roll an Arcana or an Insight.
Ooh, maybe we could cook the stones and then people could eat it. That way you don't have to actually lick it.
Melody, you know that you have to... that the stones are a spell component and must be brought to the other components to activate them. So you have to go to these stones with your... You have to go to the giant stones that clearly has these roots growing out of them, like, from the stones. Like, the way that it kind of is, now to kind of describe is, it's not like they're growing out of the stone, like they're a part of the stone. It's like they're using the stone to come into your world. That's to be a more accurate description. Like, the roots are not very natural from which, or at least not natural to your world. So, Melody, with that information, it's like, maybe you gotta go to these stones with these tiny stones to see, to see where you end up.
So we gotta go south to that there volcano place.
You can go south to the volcano. You have access. Yep. Yeah, that's probably exactly where it's at. Right there at the tip. You can go south there. You can go to... you can get on a boat and go to Gransby. Or you can go to this unnamed little... here's the thing. You guys didn't know on this island that there was access to the Underdark. Orissa, you know that there's another access way to the Underdark. The rest of you only know that the Underdark is guarded. The only known entrance to you all, with the exception of Orissa, is in Core Boldir. There is access to the Underdark. But Orissa, now Orissa knows 3. The rest of you know 2. Well, actually, Tall probably also knows. Tall, where did you come out? You probably actually came out of Kerbaldir, because that's where the Underdark, the one civilization Underdark is, on the other, beyond the surface. So that's probably where you came out of. So yeah, that's your options.
Well, now that we know what they do, how are we getting out of this city?
Well, it depends. How good are the guards in combat?
We are
'Cause
not
can we
taking
yell
on a city.
We don't need to take on a city. We just need to run faster than the city.
That is poses a problem named Petra.
Can you get this tiny leg?
I have a horse.
It's a pony! It's not a horse!
Your pony is very slow.
So we take the cow then. Who's probably drunk.
No, she's been sipping on some soup. She's fine.
Yeah, she's getting her electrolytes back.
I vote we just go sewers and forget the book.
Eh.
This
As long
book
as
does
we can
seem
get
like
the
a
cow
pain.
down. Yes.
Meraki kind of clears his throat. He's like, can't say that I tried, however, you will not have the protection of my shipment when you go down into the sewers and cannot... But I can give you a map.
You can't say that we didn't try either.
I mean...
We tried a little bit at
You
least.
didn't try very hard.
Well, thank you for letting our child work here. It's
She paid for your map.
amazing.
It's
And-
good not to have gaps in your resume.
He will also give you a small bag of copper, probably the equivalent of 15 copper, for the remainder of her pay of the work that she did.
I'll just give it to her and say, "This is your money. You look after it."
Am I now a part of the system?
Yes. Yes, you are.
Welcome to the working class.
She's going to, there's 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. I can't equally distribute this, unfortunately.
Oh no, that is yours and yours alone.
But I don't want to fall into capitalism.
You can share it with your cow.
Okay, Petunia, but that's still not even because there's 5. And he just gives her a 16th, a 16th copper, so that she stops. Now I get 8 and Petunia gets 8.
Yes. Keep it all in one bag.
Okay, we're gonna get Petunia. This is how we pay for Petunia's problem.
There's no need to be an enabler to your cow.
But I don't want her to go through. I don't want her to go through What is that word? It starts with an R. It's whenever you do bad stuff in your body for a really long time, but then, like, you stop and then bad things happen.
You get
Withdrawal?
Belch and then say withdrawals.
Ah, yes. I don't want Petunia to get withdrawals. So I'll just wean her. Like her mommy weaned her from her nipple.
Yes. We're
Our
going into the
small
sewer.
communist child.
I'm so proud.
To the sewers.
To the
the
sewers.
sewers you go. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and run a quick break so that I can go to the bathroom. Yes, Wesley, the cow is an alcoholic. It's been canon. And I'll run an ad break, and you'll have 60 seconds to do that, and then I'll pee, and if I'm not back, you can just roleplay walk into the sewers. It's fine. All right. Be right back.
We're so good of ideas today, guys.
I was just having fun with the panda, so.
In which we have an argument about metaphysics should be the actual name of this campaign.
My god is definitely better than your god. My god's
My
still
god
alive.
doesn't have me murder randos.
Yeah, it's a fact of life. People die.
I have Disney cocktail glasses.
Nice.
You so classy.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm deeply surprised he lasted. The dragon lasted as long as he did.
Yup.
So, hey, I'm back. Fairy's not, and that's fine. It's cool. This actually gives me, like, a hot second because remember how it's like, oh, yeah, I sort of have a dungeon prepared for you guys. It wasn't on the computer that I streamed from.
Oh.
Oof.
So I'm
I got water.
Good. Water is good for you. Me too. Like, drank a lot of water to start with you guys.
Stay hydrated.
Hmm.
Everyone in chat, drink a glass of water.
Yes! Hydrate, bitches! So, let me go to my downloads real quick to get this sewer that I got for y'all. Or all the notes for it. And we won't completely theater mine this. I do have a very basic map for you, so I know. No one else can see it, and I'm sorry. It's kind of mostly just for them. Oh, what? Lich!
Amazing.
Thank you
Aw.
for gifting a sub to Wesley. That's appreciative. Who are you giving that, nat 1 or nat 22? Silent also didn't, did Silent, oh no, Silent gave his to Jen. That's right. But if Wesley's in chat, we'll let Wesley gift. If he's not, Lich, yeah, Wesley, who are you giving a nat 1 or a nat 22 in here? email this to myself so I could just put it up on here. See, I started to do it, and then I forgot. So, but
It really do be that way.
it really, really do be that way. But you know, it's exciting. This is
Thank you for the nat 20.
Woo! Alright, now let me get to my Gmail to get my notes on this map.
Why do I keep pulling up Sanford's guide instead of the actual sheet?
I don't know.
I'm having a baka day.
Okay. I'm a little off too, but it's mostly like I'm definitely having some I'm not having auditory issues if you guys notice, but I am having some speaking issues. And I do apologize for that. My it is a symptom sometimes of fibromyalgia, just not to be able to get your words out sometimes, and I'm feeling that, and getting up at 3 a.m. didn't help. So hopefully my brain can connect at some point today. Cool. Alright, I got my notes. Alright, cool. So, the lot of you enter
Are there any clothespins we can steal?
clothespins. Yeah, so that is a thing. Before that y'all all decide to go into the sewers, is there anything you would like to do in this cop-free area to prepare going into the sewers?
I'm gonna ritually cast Find Familiar so we have our dragon back.
Alright.
I'm
He's
going
very
to
angry.
get some clothespins and some waterproof boots. That is all.
Okay, that's an investigation to find waterproof boots.
I would like to be comfortable. Leave
Okay.
me alone.
Alright, with the 10,
Well-
you're able to find a shop that definitely sells boots. You go into this, you go into the shop, I'm assuming, to see if there's boots for
Mhm.
you? Right? It's a little leather working shop. And you don't see anyone behind the counter just yet. But, there's a bell to ring if you want to get someone's attention.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Gonna ring the bell and then like stretch up and wave my
Yeah.
hand above the counter.
Ding ding ding. Coming, coming. And it takes, you hear like some ruffling in the back, and the curtain pulls back, and you see a dragonborn, and wearing a very thin, long-snouted dragonborn, wearing a closed-tight trench coat. He has very short arms as well. He kind of like leans over, and it's like, "What can I do for you, shorty?"
I'm traveling through a swamp in the near future, and I'd like some boots to be more prepared for that. Don't want fungal infections on the feet, you know.
Well, there's a selection of, you want rubber boots is what I'm understanding.
That's the general idea.
All right there, sweet tiny lady. As I am not tiny, you can have rubber boots. 1 second. And like, very awkwardly, this dragonborn in a trench coat like waddles from behind the bar, and halfling size rubber boots, half the counter, halfling size, and it's like looking through all of like the selection, and notices that the there's a box on the highest shelf, and reaches up, doesn't quite reach it, and roll perception for me real quick. Okay, you don't see anything. You don't notice if is anyone else in this room? There's a just patron in this shop. Is anyone else in this shop?
I think I would have gone just to make sure, she doesn't
Yeah,
get
I'll go.
stabbed.
Yeah.
I'm a cat. I just like the idea of wet feet.
Yeah. I mean, you
I'm
can
probably
all.
buying boots for the child.
Yeah, you can all roll perception then. 12 and 20. Mal. This is Mal. This is 3 kobolds in a trench coat.
It's
So-
3 kobolds in a trench coat.
So when this kobold that's at the top, that's clearly like on another kobold's shoulder to reach the shoes, just kind of hops, but like the feet at the bottom doesn't hop because it's clearly another kobold. Like the shoulders just get higher, and he grabs the box, and like hold up, he needs to make a dex save to see if he lands on the shoulders. Like. Oh no. So he like reaches, gets the box, but misses like the second kobold's shoulders and just falls behind, and the whole coat just like goes with him, and you see 2 kobolds standing on each other and the other kobold on the floor holding a box of shoes. This is not what it looks like.
Really? Because it looks like you're pretending to be a dragonborn despite being 3 kobolds in a trench coat.
Nope, that's not what this is at all. We fooled you. I mean, I fooled you. Ha ha ha. Minor illusion. And he like crawls back on top and puts the coat in his like one halfling sized pair of rubber boots.
Aha.
And very prestigious dragonborn such as yourself can give us a generous discount.
Absolutely. You would get the family and friends discount of 15 silver for these boots.
I have a question. Do you sell trench coats? Because I'm very impressed.
No, that would be my sister's place next door.
Your sister, huh?
Yes.
Interesting.
Is a dragonborn like you, I assume?
Yes, she is.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks for the boots.
And are you buying the child rubber boots
Yeah.
as well? They're both the same price because the halfling size and the child size are essentially the same.
Yep.
So 30 silver between y'all to get these boots.
I'll just lay down a gold and say, your dragoniness is very impressive.
Oh, why, thank you. Your orkiness is also impressive. Can you flex for me, Mama?
I flex.
Ah, a lady after my own heart.
Hearts. Dragonborn are known to have 2 hearts.
That is a lie.
Obviously, this one has 3.
Oh, yeah, alright.
That is
Good
also a
correction.
lie. There is only one muscle beating within my chest.
Do you not have lungs?
The lungs don't beat, they inflate.
How about we leave this dragonborn alone to
You do have a good point
his work?
Thank you for your patronage.
Take my boots and stick them on the child and say, alright. Leave.
Are you going to the trench coat store?
Sure.
I have to know.
I don't have enough halfling companions. I can only be a halfling and a human child in a trench coat. We cannot do 3 halflings in a trench coat.
You can do a halfling, a child, and a cow, and be like a centaur in a trench coat.
I support this 100%.
I'll buy Petro a trench coat.
Alright, so you essentially exit one door and you turn around the corner. It's like the same building, just a different door, and you go in. And there is an assortment of coats, trench and non-trench alike. And again, there's nobody behind the bar. Or the counter, but there is a bell. Almost identical to the other place, except with coats.
I'll ring it.
As you ring the bell, you hear some ruffling in the back room.
Jimmy, you're cute. I have to switch. It's my store.
And from behind, in a different trench coat, is a different dragonborn. A more feminine, pink feature. She goes and it's like,
Yes, hello. Welcome to my trench coat store. I heard you were at my brother's place.
it is clearly one of the other kobolds that was in this trench coat that is now at the top of this kobold in a trench coat pile.
How
I'd
can I
like to
help
buy
you?
A trench coat specifically for disguises.
Oh, I see. Well,
Are you trying to trick somebody?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you need a halfling-sized trench coat? Or,
No.
I see. Well then. And, like, the dragonborn goes and waddles, and it's like, what is your favorite color, ma'am? We have them in black, dark blue, black,
Dark blue would be lovely.
yes, that is the more expensive one, as it was commandeered from an Eladrin.
How was it commandeered exactly?
How about a friend and family discount again? We will not ask how you commandeered it.
Of course, that, instead of making it, so instead of making it, instead of making it what would we normally charge for this? It would be like 100 gold. It's very
15
expensive.
silver.
Okay. No, the family discount is a 60% discount. So
Okay.
you would get it for 40 gold.
Look to Petra.
How much do you think you could steal it for?
I'll just take
I
it.
kind of like
Thanks.
stealing random shit. I think
No!
I can take on 3 kobolds and a coat.
Are you gonna try and steal this?
Yeah, I'm gonna use one of my nat 20s.
You nat 20 sleight of hand this. I still will roll insight because they still have the ability to notice. You with a nat 20 on a skill check. But they, like, you put the cloak on, and they see you put the cloak on, or she does, because she's at the top, and she goes,
It looks really good on the cat.
we'll give you 90% discount because you look so nice. So 10 gold for the blue trench coat. And you see that it has, like, some very elaborate gold embroidery on it, and it kind of tingles when you put it on.
Tingles?
Yeah.
It's cursed.
Well, I've already put it on, so. If it's cursed, I've got it fixed.
Oh, man.
Sure.
Yeah,
Take
10
it.
gold works.
Okay, 10 gold, you have, this coat, and I'll tell you what it is in a second. Okay.
Does Melody have the enlarge reduce spell?
I don't think so.
Heck.
No, I don't.
Okay. So, you put it on. Nothing quite happens yet. But you get the sense that it is magical. So, you would have to, like, identify... Uh-oh, did I freeze? I froze. Okay, I'm back. You would have to essentially have someone with the ability to identify to figure out what's on this coat, but it is a very nice coat.
Alright. So the tingly coat.
It's tingling.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Now we just need to
Restrict
train.
my movement at all for any of my martial arts shit?
It does not restrict your movement, no.
Now we just have to train to be a halfling, a child, and a cow in a trench coat. Which may be difficult.
Thank you for your patronage, miss.
Absolutely. Just remember, in order for that to work, you have to attune to it.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Thanks.
Alright. You guys leave the kobold there is a third shop, but I don't know if you guys want to go and look into that one as well. But there is a third one.
What does it sell?
Pants! Shoes,
good.
coats, and
No,
pants!
I wanna go see the pants!
You go into the Mal is like in her new fancy coat that she has bought. Here's the thing, Patra, did you want a black trench coat? Like, you're the one who wanted the trench coats. Like, but you didn't buy the trench coat. Mal bought the trench coat.
I'm just gonna steal the trench coat when I need it, honestly.
Okay. Okay. So, Mal goes to the next store of pants. And there are some shiny pants. Some not so shiny pants. There are pants for big booties, little booties, short booties, tall booties, everything you need. There's pants. And once again, there's nobody in the building. Just a bell to ring.
Follow Mal into the shop.
Do you have any shiny halfling-sized pants?
There's nobody there. You have to ring the bell.
Oh, right! I'm gonna ring the bell.
Here's the thing. So you two went to the pants store. The rest of you, did you stay in the coat store or did you leave the building?
No, I'm in the coat store because I'm still looking at coats.
Okay. Tall, what about you? Okay, he's not there. Melody. Oh.
Melody is just kind of following along, like, she doesn't need anything, so she's just kind of like, just reminding her, like, I love these people. These are my
Oh, poor Melody's and Melody has disassociated because her friends are evil.
One of her friends are evil.
One of her friends are
The
evil.
rest of her friends are just
One of her
sociopaths.
friends just following whatever God said. I think that exempts her from being evil.
No,
your
it
God isn't an evil God. So he's actually a true neutral God. Like,
He said do this, so I did it.
yeah. So you're in there, Arissa, and you can hear the bell ringing because the door is open. Ding, 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 ding. And all of a sudden, this kobold looks incredibly worried.
I'm afraid I have to close now. Could you please leave?
I'll just stare at them. I've already left.
No, you're clearly still here.
No.
You said you were. Did you say you were staying in the coat though?
Yeah.
They're like. She goes. You're still here, and I need you to leave because you're still in my building.
Go take one of the coats. I'll see you next door.
You're not gonna see me next door. I don't work next door.
I'll see whoever works next door. Pay for this there. How's that?
No, that's 15 silver right now here in my store.
I'll lay down 15 silver.
Thank you for your patronage. Could you please make your way to the exit? And from like the very bottom of the trench coat, as Petra is just, or Mao is ringing the door, you just hear a scream, "I'm coming! Hold your horses!" Like,
I'll step out of the shop.
The door closes and locks, and Mao, you hear the scurrying from behind, and finally the third dragonborn emerges, and he's got like white and this boa constrictor gray pattern, and he's a little bit older than the rest, and is like, "Ugh, are you here for some pants?" You're muted.
Yeah, I'm just here to look around. I heard that you had great pants.
I didn't know
Brother
that.
and sister were raving about you.
Ah, well, they're not my siblings. They are my children.
Alright. Supposed to be a compliment, but okay.
I
Does
didn't.
it get hot in the trench coat?
Only during the summer, but we're in the middle of winter, and kobolds are cold-blooded reptiles.
That
Wait,
makes sense.
What? I thought you were a dragonborn.
I mean, dragonborns are cool. All lizards of dragon tides. Lady, what does a cat need pants for anyway?
I don't want to get my beautiful fur all wet in the sewer.
Why are you going in the sewer, cat lady?
I got a job working with the sewer company.
Oh, so what you need is a pair of waders, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, you're just in luck. I have some cat-sized waders, over there. And, like, there's, like, he points to, like, on the wall. Do you turn to look?
Okay, I'll turn to look.
Okay, so roll a perception as you turn to look. That's a 20 for your perception? That was the roll? Wow.
Oh, no.
Okay.
7.
Yeah, who else is in that? Right, it was Petra, you're in there. You can roll, if you're in that building, roll perception.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. 11. Okay. So, Petra, you just kind of see, as Mal turns around to see waiters, but you just see from the middle of the trench coat little claws just sort of doing the schematic components of a minor illusion spell. And pulls back very quickly, and Mal, you see what looks like cat-sized rubber waiters hanging from the building with bright yellow with suspenders. You're so...
I'll go up and I'll inspect them.
Yeah. They don't feel like rubber, but they're cat-sized.
Well, I don't know. Do you have a changing room so I can change into them, try them on?
No, what do we look like, a bougie establishment? Changing rooms is for big box corporations. We're a small business, lady.
Of 3... one dragonborn.
3 dragon siblings, yes.
Thought you were the dad.
Yes.
This is a very complicated family relationship, I must say.
Yes.
Bless this party.
Can Melanie cast Mage Hand to remove their trench coat?
Are you sure? Are you doing it stealthily or obviously?
I mean, I guess stealthily because it's while they're
Okay, go
trying
ahead.
to convince Mao to buy this.
Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and do a sleight of hand actually for me.
15.
Okay.
So as like you go into like maybe unbutton the things with your mage hand, you hear at the very bottom the first kobold is like, "Hey, hey, someone's trying peeper, pervert, pervert. Why are you looking at naughty bits?"
But that's the one on the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Not the one that we're actually seeing.
No, yeah, exactly. It's the one on the bottom.
So Melody's just like, well, it just like stares and it's just like, wow, was that some like ventriloquism or?
Does the coat comes off and there's just 3 kobolds standing on top of each other. Ugh, you caught us. Oh man, listen. Kobolds aren't supposed to operate in this city. Could you not tell anyone? We'll give you the waders for free. They're not made out of rubber, so you'll still get wet.
But then what's the point of me buying the waiters?
I don't know, to support local businesses in this trying time.
Well, I'm not paying you. You're giving me them for free. How am I supporting you in this trying time?
We don't have rubber waders. I'm just offering you a compromise. I can give you another pair of cat-sized rubber boots if you'd like.
I'll go for that.
Okay, you have to go to the boot shop, though.
Alright.
Just awkwardly, everyone just playing, like, musical stores as you guys go through these 3 different... You get a free pair of rubber boots, Mal. Like...
Melody just looks at them and she's like, everyone gets rubber boots.
Oh, absolutely. Everyone gets rubber boots. Everyone gets a free pair of rubber boots, just their size.
Okay.
I have a question. How do you balance so well?
Practice.
Is there any other trick to it? Is
They
there,
all
like, a long stick?
they all turn around and like wave their tails. Like
Mm.
practice.
Gotcha. Well, interesting. We should probably actually do what we're setting out to do now.
So this is the encounter you got, you know, looking for boots.
This is the encounter this party thrives on.
Good, because I can't wait for you guys to get into the sewer. I have to pee again. Like,
I'm gonna put on my new boots that I didn't pay for.
Same.
I paid for mine.
I'm pretty sure we can just go steal the other things we need at this point.
Yep, pretty sure. That is the best use of 3 kobolds in a trench coat, though.
We're not evil. We're just drawn that way.
No, you're actually evil.
My
The
God
rest
said
of
to
us
do
are in a gray
something.
area.
My
Yeah, you
God
see-
said to do it, and I did it.
When my god told me to do something morally wrong, I got excommunicated, you see? You see here?
So that means you don't have one anymore.
Well, no.
My God's still around. In fact, my God gave me waystones as a present for doing this thing.
Petra has body issues.
Yes, I do.
We can talk about it, Petra. Pelor's not the only god out there. You can come to the Undying. He
Will you be my god? Wait, what?
He'll give you presents.
is everyone okay here? Did you all?
You can be a teeny tiny sugar baby.
Little teeny tiny sugar baby. My God would love you and give you presents, and you could, you know, do whatever you wanted.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Are you trying to convince Petra to swear an
Yes.
oath to your god?
I am.
Petra,
Yes.
roll. you know, you're not even gonna roll anything. As like you're being pawned off, you almost hear this ringing in your ears, just like tinnitus.
I hate tinnitus.
Yeah. You can insight that if you'd like.
Yeah, that's unusual.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with that? I have no wisdom, though.
But look at you rolling the nat 20 with a -2. With an 18, some gods have weird methods of communicating, but essentially there's an entity that's letting you know that it's listening if you want to make an oath to it.
Oh,
Saying
that's
you can-
nice.
You could have presence, you could have power, you could do whatever the fuck you want. And you would not be excommunicated, you would be loved and supported in all your endeavors.
You may have to kill someone though.
You may have to kill somebody though.
What happens if I don't kill people?
No, you just find somebody else to do it for you.
What happens if I object to finding someone to kill for me and I won't kill people?
Then they might have a problem with it, but probably be okay with it as long as you're just spreading the good word.
You say the dead word.
Yes.
Okay,
Amazing. Welcome to the
Thanks.
family.
but no thanks.
Oh.
Out of Petra's shadow, the lot of you see her shadow almost move and sort of distort and form the shape kind of like if Petra was a dog. Like her shadow just sort of forms like this dog with like very big pointy ears. Like imagine, the shadow that a pharaoh hound would cast. And just sort of like disperses after the denial.
Well, he said you didn't join up, but is willing to listen if you reconsider.
Yeah, most gods are like that.
I'm going to convert our daughter to the ways of the Undying.
I feel
When
like
she's old
she
enough.
should choose her own religion,
Of course.
maybe.
That's
Yeah.
why we're gonna wait a few years and let her choose when she's old enough.
Okay, to the sewers.
To the sewers.
Alright.
Okay, the lot of you are heading to the sewers. Amazing. So, we'll just go ahead and fast forward. You guys find the sewers. No actual problem. You enter right here, and we'll say the squares are initially probably about 10 feet for every square. I know this is not quite aligned, but you can guess that 2 of you can fit through. Are you taking the cow down into the sewers, or are you leaving the cow?
Oh,
We're
we're
taking the
taking
cow.
the cow.
All right.
Because I can lift one size larger than me. I'll just.
Cool. The cow is still a baby, like she's a heifer, so she's not quite a large creature. We'll consider her a medium creature for now. But you guys enter essentially down right in the middle, sort of the sewers. What's and it's dark. You can't fucking see. There's no lights. Unless if you have dark vision, then you clearly have
Petra would like to light a
Mhm.
torch.
Well, it's a good thing I brought my own.
okay, cool. Alright.
Cat eyes are pretty nifty.
Yep,
It's a
there
good
you
thing
go.
I brought my sword.
You can effectively use one token to just kind of navigate y'all, because we're just using it for like a navigation, not so much a not so much a battle map yet.
We'll use a familiar then.
Okay, yeah, just go ahead and use that token to sort of guide yourself through here.
Okay.
I'm going to just...
Patriot, I think it's you and me in front then.
Yeah. The two people with a light.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be in the back with the child and the cow,
Okay.
sandwiched between like Melody and Mao.
Alright. So as y'all marry yourself away along, you turn around, it's a corridor, it's wet. As you kind of look at the walls, it's not so much as that it's a sewer, as it looks like it's more like an old waterway almost. Like the ground has about ankle deep in water, not enough to make you like in difficult terrain or anything like that. But enough to annoy you. You turn your first corner, you come around, and you come around this corner. And right here, there in the kind of like in the middle, you see a statue. And huh?
Continue.
It's of a giant raccoon with giant balls, with a leaf on its head. A Tanuki statue, almost. Just kind of hanging out there.
This is real weird to have in a sewer.
Yep.
I'll just pass a ration up. Give this to the statue.
I mean, sure. I guess we're gonna give some food to the statue to see what happens.
Okay. Petra, you walk up to the statue. It doesn't take, like, you can walk around it if you want. But you can do, are you just gonna give it food? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I'm just gonna, like, set some food near the base of it.
Okay.
See what
You
happens.
essentially put it on its belly.
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
I inspect the statue.
Sure, that's an investigation check.
I see nothing.
The statue has big balls.
I would like to see if there's anything unusual about the statue.
Okay, investigate.
Well,
I'm-
other than the fact that it has elephantitis with the nuts.
Yep.
It has big balls.
You don't recall the last Tanuki that you had that had balls this big, probably because she was female. But you know. Yeah.
Well, that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else want to do anything with the statue?
It's the statue.
Yep. Moving on.
Alright, as you move on, if anyone how? So it's Mal. It's, Tall. It's Mal. So Tall, you approach it. You go in and you approach it, right? You don't see anything. You get within its radius. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw. Wait, hold on. Wait, do you make a wisdom saving throw? You do not make a wisdom saving throw. Never mind. Nope, never mind. You don't make a wisdom saving throw. You're tall, you are also fine. It's just a statue.
Keep going. These waters are not nice.
Okay. Melody and Arissa, y'all pass up the statue? Or do you try to investigate it before you do so?
I'll investigate it.
Okay.
Roll another one.
Yeah. What about you, Arissa?
Yeah, I'll as we get close, I'll glimpse it over.
Okay. Okay. Arissa, as you get closer, you're just like, this is this is almost like it's set up to be a shrine of law. And, you have a feeling that your monk, wait, actually, what are you? I have to look at Mao. Mao, you never picked an alignment. Nope, you did, never mind. Mao, I have to just backtrack just a little bit. I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
No.
12? You just missed it too. Mao, it takes a minute, because this statue is just a little bit old, right? But as, like, your two non-chaotic friends go past, and you're standing there by yourself, almost like you're not being protected anymore. These, eyes on this Tanuki kind of glows. And, these little, the balls enlarge and slap you across the face.
Just watch this all happen. So, this is a shrine.
You take 7 bludgeoning damage.
Did we charge this shrine with sexual harassment?
It's a shrine of law. And you have a feeling, if you're any form of chaotic, you getting slapped in the face by balls. Is everyone okay? Or am I throwing up any X's here? Okay, just making sure. This is just some Tanuki legend bullshit, okay? Like...
Melody's gonna hide behind Rissa.
Andressa looked at you. I am as chaos as they come. Neutrally.
Well, I'm gonna move away from the statue because it obviously doesn't like me.
Yeah, you're able to...
It likes you far too much.
You're able to move away from it into the other corner, just like after getting slapped in the face with some Tanuki balls, some stone balls. Like...
As I
Hey,
pass
no
it,
kink shaming
I'll
here.
make a save.
Yep, if you gotta get... It's a wisdom save of 13 to get
'cause
slapped by
service
these
is chaotic
balls.
neutral.
Mm-hmm.
21.
You make it. You don't... The balls, they kind of... it's almost like they gotta recharge or something, like they you make it. So, it just can't quite reach
It's
you.
fine.
Do
You
I
can
have to
trust.
also wisdom save?
Yeah, you're chaotic good. Oh no.
No.
As you try to tiptoe past the shrine, I guess the balls rear back. And slap you across the face for 10 bludgeoning damage.
I was wrong. It is not fine.
The child and the cow make it. Because neither of them are chaotic. One is true neutral, one is neutral good. Try and guess which one.
I'm guessing the cow is neutral good.
Yes, that's it. The cow is clearly the neutral good one. Like... Okay. Well.
Just keep walking.
I was like, Melody's just gonna kind of clutch onto Arissa a little bit and like cry as she's like walking still through.
I'm just pat the top of her head. What kind of puppy do you want?
Is this the first time you've
A
been slapped
cute
by
one.
statues' balls?
A cute puppy,
I mean-
please.
I mean, do you often get slapped by statues' balls, Pet?
Uh,
I'm concerned
I'm
about your well-being.
not gonna
Petra.
answer that question.
We'll get you a corgi melody.
I thought there was like talk of a Yorkie.
There was. This
Okay.
changed your mind.
Alright, so you walk this way, and you come to this corridor here. There's a door right there, it looks like. Let's see. Just making this shit up as I go, y'all. I have notes. Yeah, there is a stocky, a stuck wooden door right here.
It's stuck.
It looks stuck. It's kind of like jammed into, maybe off its hinge, and this is an archway.
I would like to unstick the door.
Alright. You gonna try and break the door?
Yes.
Do you want to attack it, or would you like to make an athletics check?
Athletics.
Go ahead and make me an athletics check.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
That'll be a 26.
How do you like bust open this door?
So Petra's is like going to take a step back and then run at it. Just run
Mhm.
straight through the door.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little Wile E. Coyote hole in the door. No, there's not actually. But yeah. Just going to put her tiny halfling weight onto the door and break it down.
Okay. Yep. You just ka-chow it. In this room, it's not a very big room, but you see what's essentially. Well, go ahead and roll me a perception while you're in this room.
Perception.
It's a very low DC, so if you do, that's all you needed. You kind of look around. There's a hole on this side, a fairly largish hole, but there's a hole. It looks like it was sort of like nommed away almost. The wall isn't necessarily made of stone. It almost seems like it's made of like barnacles. And coming from this hole, you see this sort of shiny trail that leads this way.
Shiny like silvery or like ooze?
Like oozy, kind of oozy. You can make a nature check.
Not that I'm. Well, I'm better at nature than I am at perception.
It's not. You're a seasoned adventurer.
I'm good. I think
It's not necessarily a It doesn't look like an ooze of any type. It's more of slimy, almost snail-like.
There's something weird in that direction.
Anyone else can make a nature check, and the DC will be lower now because of, like, if you tell them it's snail-like, that'll up it a bit.
Yeah, it reminds me of just a very large, sort of like a snail would leave. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're snails.
15. Mm-hmm.
It's a slug.
Anyone else rolling a nature, or just Tall and Mal?
Oh, I rolled a nature.
Did you? Oh, a 21. Psh. You're
Yeah.
just like, the only snails that you know that big, that could leave a trail that big, even a small one, would be a flail snail.
We will not pursue these snails. They will hurt us.
this is a silly place. Let's move on.
This is a silly place.
And with that 21, I will say that you know that the shell of a flail snail is incredibly valuable as a magical item. If you're able to get it you can craft essentially anti-magic equipment.
I do need some anti-magic stuff. I'll turn to the child and Cal. You stay here. If anybody comes, you yell really loud and set them on fire as I hand her a torch.
Okay.
Good.
Remember the incantation for firebolt.
Yeah.
He doesn't know that yet. We only went over the basic cantrips.
Okay.
Firebolt's basic cantrip.
We didn't go
Oh,
over
it's a
that.
wizard cantrip. That's why.
She is a wizard.
You're
Well-
trying very hard to make her into a wizard. What?
Yes.
I love it.
Let's go kill a flail snail.
Let's
Swords
go
up.
make some money.
Yeah. Okay. You guys travel up to this room. Don't trigger any traps, and you come to this room to the top here, or the north, wherever you are. And sure enough, kind of nibbling on some coral and some barnacles is a flail snail. It's pretty big. It's large. It's a large creature, so it's about a little bit bigger than your cow, but it's just peacefully nomming away.
It's peaceful.
Mm-hmm. It's very peaceful.
It won't be for
Can we
long.
keep it as a pet?
Its shell is iridescent of several different colors, and there's just you hear this like woo, 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 like vibrating from it.
Do you want this thing as a pet?
I mean, look how pretty it is!
It's very pretty.
You promise to feed it and water it and make sure it eats enough barnacles?
I guess we can kill it.
That's what I thought.
All right.
Mechanical question.
Mm-hmm.
Can I occupy the same space as Petra?
Yes.
I'll probably wind up doing that.
No.
Yeah, because
Your halflings are still medium. They're not small, right?
no, halflings are
Small.
Oh, halflings are small, and you're. Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
so. Then yeah, you can. Mm-hmm.
You can
Well,
start your
there's a-
turn there, but you can't
Yeah.
end your turn.
And we will
Yeah.
say this is a 20 by 30-foot room, and there is a.
Yeah, so I can move through the space of any creature that is a size larger than me.
Yeah.
Well, if I can use my turn to attack in his space.
It's just a large creature, so it takes up, half of this room, essentially. Well, you want to roll
Well-
initiative? Go ahead. It notices that you're there.
Yep, we're gonna roll ourselves some initiative.
Okay, well, I'm actually, since I have...
Sweet initiative.
Oh, I did not restart this initiative tracker, so let's just do that real quick. I'm going to clear the list, and then you guys can make it roll clear. I just don't want it to be on there. Alright, now go ahead. Because I don't have any paper on me. No, I lied.
So go ahead now.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your initiative. I will count the ones that you guys already roll. Alright, and I'll roll the snail on here since it's... there. Okay, cool. So, just let me know that anyone... I see a 20 in there for Melody, right? So it looks like Melody's going first. We'll go with your first initiative, it's fine. I'm just gonna write it down anyway. Alright, who's next after that? Mal had a 14. There's 3 14s in there. Oh, they're all Mal. All of them are Mal.
screen it says
Yeah,
he
yeah,
wants
yeah,
to send
I
a
know.
result of roll tokens to another tracker. That will token.
Gotcha. I see. And Arissa, you got an 11, it looks like. On both times you rolled
I got a
as well?
14 and a 4.
You got a 14 and a 4. Oh, the first time you had... Oh, okay. I gotcha. So then it's Tall. Then it's the snail. Then it's Arissa. And then it's the, Petra.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Melody. You're first. What do you want to do?
Melody's gonna touch Petra's shoulder and cast Enhance Ability, giving Petra bull strength. So she has advantage on strength checks, and her carrying capacity doubles.
Okay.
Yep. And then, let's see here. I will. Was that that's the actual cast is inspiration bonus?
Yeah, inspiration's a bonus action.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna give inspiration to Mal.
Okay. Mal has inspiration. It's great, because it's Mal's turn.
Okie dokie. So, I guess I'm about to giant snail thing.
Mm-hmm.
And attack it with my unarmed fisty claws.
20 does hit.
Well, I would hope so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're spooking me when a 20 doesn't hit.
Yeah. You did... Go ahead and roll your damage. The 18 hits as well, if you're going in for a Fury of Blows, or your second attack.
No, I like clicked on the damage part, but
It just doesn't. Like, at the bottom right here, bam, 20.
Yeah.
Alright, 8 bludgeoning for the first attack. Just looking at its stuff. 8 for the... Because I'm sure you're Flurry of Blowsing afterwards. Is this...
yeah.
All 3 of those hits. Again, roll damage. Cool. Nice. So, that's 26... 26 damage to this guy. And as you, like, punch into it, it just screams. Like, it wails. It's like... Like, it's an awful sound that you hear. And as a reaction, the shell gets brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter, and it lights up this room in bright light. And everyone should make DC Wisdom saving throws, please.
Ah.
Okay.
Ah.
We're doing great.
All of you,
Joe. Joe
except
passes.
except for Zhao, have disadvantage now when attacking this snail because you're blinded by the light. It's so bright that it blinds
That's fair.
you. Yeah, it's so bright.
That's fair.
The flail snails are like weird in that they're just like all about not dying. Like, that's what they do. So yeah, yeah, that's its reaction. So, Tall, it's your turn.
I am deciding whether I'm going to use Heralding Silence or Rage, because that's going to determine this.
Oh, technically Mal gets a second attack. Never mind. Because you're level
Yeah.
5 and you're a monk. You did your one attack and you did a flurry of blows. Is that right?
Yeah.
Or did you do? Okay, you get a second attack.
Alright, can I stunning strike it?
You can try. You're at disadvantage.
Well, okay, I'll try it.
Yeah.
It's
No,
just a
you're not.
regular
Yeah,
attack.
you're not at disadvantage because of the retcon. But yeah, you can try to stunning strike it.
So it's just a regular strike. For the,
Yeah.
the fight.
13 misses. It's okay. You
Okay.
tried. And then the wailing consumes. All right, Tall. What are you doing?
Alright, I'm gonna rage and I'm gonna reckless.
Okay. You are at a normal attack now because of your rage or your reckless attack. $11 misses. You have a second attack. You guys are level 5. Yep, and that misses. Okay. It's the snail's turn.
Flail, snail, flails,
Mhm.
snail-like.
Okay, so it took 26. Okay, so from the snail before, as it's screaming, it had 5 tentacles just kind of out of it, and now it has 3 tentacles. Lucky for you guys. But it's going to go ahead and flail its tentacles at it'll do 2 at Mao and 1 at Tall. Alright, first attack. Does a 17 hit you?
Yes, it does.
Okay. For 7 bludgeoning. Second attack. The 21 definitely hits you. For 6 bludgeoning damage. And then Tall, you're gonna take 1. It's at advantage against you because you're reckless. Where's my other? I know I keep rolling dice. It's just easier than me constantly switching pages, so I just have its information here. Come on. Why is there no other D20 in my bag right now? There it is. This what Tall? What's your AC?
15.
It misses you. That's its attack.
With advantage.
With advantage. Roll a 6 and a 3. And then it will use its bonus action to withdraw itself into its shell and screams.
Brave, 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 brave snail.
Mm-hmm. It's Arissa's turn.
Amazing. Seeing that it's withdrawing into its shell changes my plans a bit. So right onto it, I just cloud of daggers right on top of it.
Cool.
What's my current spell slot? 3.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. I get to roll a d6. The snail shell converts some of the spell's energy into a burst of destructive force. Each creature within 30 feet of the snail must make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, take 1d6 force damage per level of the spell on a failed save, or half as much of damage on a second. So hey guys, everyone roll your con. That's within 30 feet of it.
I am not doing well.
Oof. Oh wait, yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
5.
At least it wasn't a 5th level spell.
I'm shaking
Sure.
my head there.
Oh.
Arissa. I'm shaking my head.
Arissa can't cast her spells at normal levels because the
Yeah.
warlock spells scale.
So what level is it?
Yeah, it's 3.
It's a 3rd level spell. Okay. Melody, I'm just
Yeah.
waiting for you, fam, to roll your con
Yeah,
save.
all of her warlock spells are technically
The
3rd
highest level. Alright, so it looks like everyone but Tall failed. So That is a total of 9 force damage to all of you, except Tall, who takes 4. So, like,
Aw.
you cast, like, this cloud of daggers around it, and, like, the shale just, like, emanates and vibrates, and all of a sudden these daggers just turn and, like, whoosh, at the rest of you, and, like, these almost convert into, like, force missiles.
How much damage am I taking?
You took 9 force damage.
Maybe don't cast spells at the anti-magic thing.
I'll look to Petra.
I
I'm a warlock.
No,
That's all I do.
we didn't cast any more magic. I'm kind of hurting.
Cloud of Daggers is still up because I saved on my constitution save.
Yeah, it's still up. Good job. You could. Are you gonna still? Are you gonna continue to concentrate on it?
No.
Okay, I was wondering.
Once
Like,
I realize it reflects back the spell, I'll drop it.
yeah, reflects back the spell. All right, cool. All right, Petra, it's your turn.
I would like to cast sword. And I would like to stab it.
All right. Its AC has gone up.
It has indeed.
You hit it though.
And I am at disadvantage.
You do not hit it.
Yep. My second attack, though,
Definitely
will also
does
miss.
not hit it.
That's so sad.
I know, because you're at disadvantage. It's fine. Melody, it's your turn.
I'm
Wait.
gonna healing word. Oh, yeah.
Was I inspired?
No, Mal's inspired.
Okay, gotcha.
Mhm.
No, I'm
Gotcha.
inspired. You've got the other fancy thing.
Yep.
Yes. I'm
Uh,
strong.
can I know everyone's health, please?
I'm a 10.
Wow.
I told you I was hurting!
We were
I'm at-
both smacked by balls, to be fair.
I'm at
I got
47.
smacked in the face with the balls, and then I decided to run up to this giant snail thing because it looks pretty, and now I'm at 10 life. What do you want from me?
Okay, I'm gonna heal myself because I am at 7 health.
How do
You
you
don't
know?
want to know.
Go ahead.
You don't want to know my health.
No.
How am I the only healthy person here?
You're
Well,
not
how
the
are-
only healthy person here.
You're not.
You
I'm at
guys
47.
have been rolling
Oh,
your
yeah.
when you level up. You have
Okay.
been rolling for your health, right? Okay, I'm just making sure.
No, I've
just
been taking
very
the average
squishy.
plus my points.
Okay.
I'm just very squishy. That's just me. I'm
Yeah.
a very squishy person. Okay, so with that, it's,
Healing word's a bonus action, so you can technically still attack it.
okay, well,
Mhm.
what I would like is not necessarily to attack it, but I would like to, tell someone, ask someone to knock it over onto its side. And can I hold my action to use Mage Hand to throw salt on it once it's on its side?
Well, you have to summon Mage Hand would be an action. To use Mage Hand as an action, and of course, to attack it with salt would also be an attack action. So,
Okay, so
it would
I'm
take
gonna-
2 rounds to do that.
That'll be fine. So I'm gonna just summon Mage Hand now,
There you go.
and ready the salt, and be like, I need you guys
Okay.
to knock it over.
Alright. You're
Also
large
like to knock it
creature, right?
over. This seems like a good plan.
okay. So you're gonna attempt to. It is a large creature. Just remember that.
Guess you can pick up large things.
You can. Like, okay. Okay. That's Melody's turn. Mao, it's your turn.
tentacles didn't really feel great.
Nope. It is inside of its shell, though.
Okay.
Screaming.
Alright. Well, I guess I'll try and push it over then.
Okay. Alright. It's essentially... Shove is an unarmed attack, so I'll just sort of, like, let you do that because you're a monk, because you can do that. Yeah. So go ahead and try and just do an unarmed attack against it. You try very hard, but you're at disadvantage anyway, and you're just like, you put your hands and you're like, it's just so slimy and it's screaming and it's so bright. Like,
it's been too much of a hentai day for me.
Yeah, true.
Too many tentacles.
Balls and tentacles everywhere. Tall, it's your turn. Unless you want.
I've decided that magic is not a good idea, so I put away the longsword and take out the axe.
Okay. You're at normal attack. 16 misses. 15 misses. Its AC inside of its shell is 20, just to let you know. And outside of its shell, it's 16.
Does my rage bonus get anything? Or is that attack?
That's damage.
That's damage. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You miss.
Bonus action, can I hand Mal a poster?
You can hand it to her, yes. You can't give it to her, if that makes sense. Like, she can't heal from it right now, but you can hand... I will let you hand it to her.
It's now in possession of a potion.
It is. You are now in possession of a potion, yes.
Yeah.
I will say you can do that. The way that I rule it is the same thing. The way that I rule it is to take it yourself as a bonus action, to give it to someone, like, in their mouth to heal them is an action.
Fair.
Yeah.
So,
but just to hand it to them, yeah, I'll say you can do that as a bonus action for sure. Alright. It's the snail's turn. It continues to scream.
Does the bright light wear off?
No.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't wear off until it dies.
Okay.
That's its turn. Arissa, it's your turn. It's screaming a horrible, horrible noise. It's like, as if it doesn't want to die.
You know what? Arissa will just go up to the snail, and pick it up, and just say, there.
Are you... It's not an animal, it's an elemental, so I can't even have you roll an animal handling attack, but just roll... God, we're not in math, so I can't say roll comfort or support. Just roll persuasion? Like... Like, are you trying to actually comfort it or deceive into comfort it?
I'm just comforting it. I'm like,
Okay.
bad for it now. It's screaming, and Mal wants this as a pet. I'm like, you know what? We already have a cow. It can live on top of the cow.
Okay. Let's just see. Well, it's a persuasion, so it's not a disadvantage. You're not attacking it. So you're trying to
I'm just saying there.
I mean, it has a -3 to its jaw, so, like, as you're, like, trying to comfort this flail snail, it's, like, maybe it gets a sense that you thought it was a big, scary monster, instead of just an innocent creature eating at coral and doing its thing, so it just slurps out of its shell and wraps around you in a big, slimy, tentacle hug.
I'll turn to the group and said, "This is Gregory. We are keeping him."
And you know what? I think that is an excellent time to end the session.
The last shot is Petra still holding the sword like inches from the flail snail.
Melody's just holding salt, like, hold on, what?
Gregory is a new member of our team.
You have adopted the flail snail. There's like, all right. So, hi everyone. Thank you for thank you for coming and showing up. I will grab that dice when I can find it. Thank you everyone for the subs today. We had a nice little sub hype going on. Thank you Spirit to Studios for the raid and bringing your community there. And just thank you everyone for coming. We had a really nice time. I had a great time today. As far as the rest of the week on the channel, in a few hours at 6 o'clock PST, it's not quite at 2 yet, so in about 4 hours, you can expect to catch us for some more Dungeons & Dragons 5e with Revenge of the Gith. We also have only 3 episodes left with that, as we extended it from 16 to 20 because shit happens in that game. Like, not like shenanigans. Like, shenanigans happens in this game. Shit happens in that game, and I blame Robert.
To be fair, shenanigans also happen in that game.
Yes, but those shenanigans lead to shit. So, like, so yeah, you can catch that later on tonight. Then on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. PDT, you can catch the premiere of our new Emberwind campaign, where you will not see my face. I will just be in chat, making sure you all behave yourselves. My good friend Amani, otherwise known as MCat or Dev, will be the storyteller for that campaign. We're looking much forward to it. And then you can see my face again on Nerd League Gaming every Sunday, where I play a very, very little shitty water ninja, where she's just a little shit, who just makes people talk about their feelings but refuses to talk about theirs. But yeah, everyone else, as I'm losing all my d20s and have to go with a flashlight to look for them later, everyone else, where can we find you on the internet in the next couple of days? Lich, if you don't mind while I look for a raid to do the commands in chat for everyone. And we'll go the opposite way that we came, so Omega, go ahead and start.
I'm Omega. I love this game and all its non-violence, and yet we've literally only murdered non-combatants. I don't think we've ever murdered anyone in a combat encounter. And I'm wondering how we got this way.
Oh, this is normal.
But you can find me on Twitter and Twitch, technically, but I'm not going to be on there much because I am finding a job and moving. Or trying my best to do that, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I am.
Okay. Alright, next we have Lich.
You can find me here at this place at twitch.tv/lichmass and at lichmass on Twitter.
Alright. Go ahead, Michi.
It's me. Hello, I am Michi. I am also known as Witty Michi, which you will be able to find me as Witty Michi on all of social media, as well as here on Twitch, where I stream practically every day, except Wednesdays, where you find me here on every other Wednesday. Yeah.
Awesome.
Is it my turn now?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Anyway, I'm Fairy Zarina. You can find me here on Twitch whenever. I stream Animal Crossing mostly, but it's getting into spooky season, and I haven't played Resident Evil 3 yet, and I really want to. So, anyway.
And I'm Jen. You can find me here every other Wednesday, adopting weird monstrosities.
Elemental. She adopted an elemental this time.
Yeah, you can find me here. You can find me over at the Hype Goblins channel on Sundays, 2 p.m. DST, where I play Antony Silverhorn, the Artificer Barbarian, and once a month here over at Indoor Adventure channel tonight we are doing our Monster Noir, which is a kind of the 1920s supernatural and mundane world kind of smashed together, where we explore fairies, fae, and everything else within the world. So, over tonight.
Okay. And with that, everyone, thank you again for coming. We're gonna go give some love to a fantastic streamer. Their name is GoJG. They are playing a new game called Spiritfarer, it seems. But yeah, they're also part of the tabletop community, so there's that. So everybody, wave goodbye! Yay!